I'm Jason. The world is yours, and this is the NBA playoffs. Brooklyn Nets versus Boston Celtics box score recap. The Boston Celtics defeat the Brooklyn Nets 114 to 107. Let's check out the box score. Not a great game for the Brooklyn Nets here. Kevin Durant was only 4 for 17. Kyrie Irving was only 4 for 13. Kyrie only had 10 points and only 1 assist. Kevin Durant led the Nets with 27 points in the game. And you can see the Nets bench, this many zeros is a really big problem. Only one player off their bench scored double digits, and that was Goran Dragic with 18 points. But Claxton only had 3, 0, 0, 5, and 0. You need a lot more points from someone, at least like Claxton. Claxton put 23 minutes in the game, and he only had 3 points. Not a great big man play from the Nets in this game. As you can see, Claxton only had 3 points, and Drummond only had 5 points, and Drummond only had 4 rebounds, and Claxton only had 4 rebounds. So they need a lot more play from the big men. And let's check out the Celtics stats. Pretty good. You can see they had 7 players in double digits. Remember, in game 1, Horford played 41 minutes, right? What am I doing? Horford played 41 minutes, and in this game, he only played 32 minutes. So they got really good minutes from their bench, even though they're running 8-man rotation, kind of small rotation. But all 5 players from the starters scored in double digits, and 2 players from the bench scored in double digits. The leading scorer was Jaylen Brown with 22 points, and Williams off of the bench with 17 points. A few players, like 4 players, had 6 rebounds, right? Tatum, Horford, they all had 6 rebounds. And Tatum had a double-double in this game. He had 19 points and 10 assists. Let's check out some of these all stats. The only other stats I wanted to go over was the assists. There was some differential here. The Nets had, I think, is that 16? Yeah, that's 16 total assists in this game. Pretty high scoring game, 107 to 114 total assists, only 16. And the Boston Celtics had 27 assists. So they had 11 more assists in this game than the Nets had. And another stat I wanted to go over was the plus or minus in this game. As you can see, Kevin Durant was minus 10. Kyrie Irving was minus 9. Claxton was minus 10. Brown was minus 8. Really, really bad numbers for the Nets here. And then if you look at the Celtics, I mean, you had Tatum at a plus 11 and Horford at plus 11 and Pritchard at plus 15, Williams at plus 9. I mean, that's pretty insane, especially when you had Durant minus 10 and Irving minus 9. Even with that, the Nets were pretty close. They did only lose this game by 7 points. They did lose the first game by 1 point. So the Nets aren't being blown out. The next 2 games will be at home for the Nets. Can they come back and win it? You know, the first game ended on a last-second shot, so they probably could come back to win it. But this third game and game 4 will be basically must-wins for the Nets, as it looks like they cannot defeat the Celtics on the road. I'm Jason. The world is yours. Today we were talking about the NBA playoffs game 2 game between the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics. Celtics currently lead this series 2-0, but remember, the series don't begin until a team win. Well, the Celtics don't have to win any games on the road, but it's going to be very important for the Celtics to win at least one of these games in Brooklyn, so they can let the Nets know that they are not playing around. A good win for the Celtics here. Let's see what happens the next 2 games. Let's see if the Celtics could hold Kyrie to 10 points and Durant to 27 points. I mean, Durant, most of his points came from the free throw line. As you can see, he was only 1 for 2 from the 3-point line and 4 for 17 in this game. A tough game for the Nets, but they did only lose by 7. So game 3 is going to be very, very, very important. Much win, much watch game. I will be watching that game. I'm Jason. The world is yours. This was the NBA playoffs game 2 box score recap between the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics. Celtics win game 2. Celtics lead this series 2-0. This series 2-0. They win game 2 114 to 107. Thank you for watching.